is music. This ministry on the 808. They sold confusion for profit. We bringing clarity for souls. Welcome to the frequency shift. Welcome to Be For Life music.
Yeah, they've been pushing pain for the paycheck. We bringing peace where the hate at. They profit off us, we bring love back. Whole world numb, we rewire that. This that sound that heals the streets. Purpose flowing through every beat. If you feel this vibe, then you're chosen. This ain't no label, this a moment.
Be For Life music, where souls get saved through sound.
They told the real don't sell. We still sold truth. Every scar got a song. Everyone got proof. They traded God for the algorithm. We traded fame for a mission. We ain't signing pain, we signing purpose. Every verse gotta scratch the surface. It's for the ones that lost their peace. Trying to find faith in a world that's preached to see. We the voice for the voices. Life for the hopeless. Grace for the guilty. And love for the broken. If you've been through hell but still believe, you already part of this legacy. We ain't chasing streams, we chasing seeds to grow a generation that's finally free. Paying for the bags we take. We bringing peace where the head at. Look. Whole world know we rewire that. This the sound that heals the streets. Purpose flowing through every beat. And if you feel this vibe, then you're chosen. This ain't no label, this a moment. This for the kid that lost his father. For the queen that thought she never mattered. For the ones who pray but still feel shattered. God heard you through the static. Every tear became a lyric. Every pain birthed the spirit. We ain't just trying to trend, we trying to transform every year to hear it. They been pushing pain for the paycheck. We bringing peace where the hate at. They profit all us, we bring love back. Whole world know we rewire that. This that sound that heals the streets. Purpose flowing through every beat. If you feel this vibe, then you chosen. This ain't no label, this movement. This is bigger than charts. This is restoration in melody form. Be For Life music. The sound of healing. The sound of home.
Yes you can, yes you will. 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 Frequency raise up. You will, yes you will. You will. Today's a new day. You can't be what you were, it's impossible, family. Time to make a new way. Figure out who you are, become one with your spirit. If you wanna escape, get free. Do you love what you see when you look in the mirror? If you don't, it's okay, cause it's never too late. Raise your frequency, prepare to be great. Take the key from me and head for the gates. Thankful we can see the better way. Each one teach one lesson the way. Raise your frequency, it's free. I just pray that you see what we see, and that's heaven away. I am the blood. Take this chord to the discord, let's go together today. Time to dig deeper than a seer speaker. We was sleeping, we did it that way. We would never throw that shovel away. As above, so below, it's due way. Having love for the folks in the grave, when the back for us so we can know how to play. Dream bigger, shout out MLK, we gon' get there together, I promise you it. Yes you can, yes you will. Yes you can, yes you will. Yes you can, yes
why I'm starting to figure out how to change my ways. Starting to figure out how to spend my days. Create the frequency that I seek to live in. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Focus on the body, mind, heart, and soul. Raising my vibrations everywhere I go. No, I'm not the body or the mind, I'm soul. I am the creator, navigating every part of my mind. Seeking to impress the shadows in my mind. Knowing all is mental and it's all divine. Everything's connected, everything's aligned. The words of my creation, it was all designed to realign, it really need to free our mind. And notice every second we were all assigned to reach a better understanding in our time. Said I'm starting to figure out how to change my ways. Starting to figure out how to spend my days. Create the frequency that I seek to live in. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Focus on the body, mind, heart, and soul. Raising my vibrations everywhere I go. No, I'm not the body or the mind, I'm soul. Spiritual warfare going on. That I see the light, my eye flows into the depths of my reality. There I go, drowning my thoughts down in my face. I swim my eyes closed. That's when I know the stars that I grow can only keep on getting bigger as the time flows. So I gotta seek and counsel in the most I know to help me fight the enemy that wants to stop the growth. Yeah, these scars are made by me, igniting naturally in this realm. I can be anything I wanna be through the Most High. I will reach the highest frequency, so I gotta pick my feet. The time is now. Start to figure out how to change my ways. Start to figure out how to spend my days. Create the frequency that I seek to live in. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Focus on the body, mind, heart, and soul. Raising my vibrations everywhere I go. No, I'm not the body or the mind, I'm soul. An eternal soul, wandering in the realm of the physical nature, as you take birth again and again, in search of true happiness and peace. This is the origin of duality in a world of time-space. The ego is like a blanket of dust, which has settled on a piece of glass and obstructs the light from passing through. But the soul is in reality pure, which is the truest and highest frequency.
Immortal. Yo. Came out the portal, immortal into a human body. I've been existing way before the earth had Anunnakis. Intergalactical battles, intergalactical travels, infinitely going through stars. The universe will unravel all of its secrets, peep it. I'm starting to leak it. Time for truth is coming, 100, it's time to seek it. Expanding my perception through the spectrum of light. I'm going in with spectrum and the shit's out of sight. We indigo children, yeah, we building frequencies through the ceiling. Penetrating through reality, a marvelous feeling. Regardless, we're we're healing these humans that be claiming we demonic. The resonance goes over their heads, we super cosmic. Your logic is ignorance mixed with fear in your thinking. My pineal gland is flooding, son, that shit don't be blinking. Sinking into your subconscious like a song with no words. The way I come up with these symbols of letters is absurd. Hey yo, my rhymes are like angelic beings. The shit is freeing, so pure that if you were born blind, I'll have you seeing. Breathing in a multi-dimensional light so captivating. Double helix is nonsense, so what I'm activating. Feel the power from within, seeping right through my skin. From the earth into my feet as it goes up to my chin. It got me grinning, rotation like spirals, my music spinning. I told you that I don't be playing, still I'm always winning. Fibonacci to the haters, curve them right to the side. They don't understand the energy, it comes from inside. So inside is what I master, used to be a disaster. Now I'm gladly elevating to a whole new chapter. Yeah, I'm giving birth to a whole new style. I incarnated through New York, yeah, I rep Long Island. Don't get it twisted though, I'm truly repping this earth. I came to free all these humans and show you all what you're worth. Immortal. Yeah, raising your frequencies one soul at a time. As I pass this mic to my boy Spectrum, yo Spectrum, light that up, kid.
They tried to tell me I'm mortal, I told them I was immortal. They asked me what makes me different, I asked them what makes you normal. I just followed my morals and I unfollowed the formal. Hopped on a track with crews, now we straight cruising through portals. I download the Metatron, I'm reversing it till I'm dead and gone. If you think I'm dope, then you said it wrong. Not trying to flex, but I'm hella strong. Mine did things you never seen. When I say mine, you know what I mean. I'm the most when I'm in my mode, and y'all average is like the mean. I really didn't mean to go intervene. I'm the middleman, chilling in between. You should do the math, we ain't keeping score. But I just hit a 3.14. I cook it up, make it look easy as pie. I'm moving in silence and seeing the sign. I am the G. If you remove me, all you gon' see is your sins. This is a big game of sins. The simulation is breaking again. I'm taking control, creating my soul. And if the truth fits, I'm breaking it in. Breaking it. All I really know is that I'll never know. I've been here for forever, don't know when to go. I think that indicates that I'm an indigo. In that case, I'm in the go. Green light, my heart, chakra booming. Solar plexus, Lexus zooming. You assuming that I'm human. I'm just being what you doing. I've been teaching teachers frequently. It's apparent I'm a parent when it comes to raising frequencies. The way I'm living life, I haven't rest in peace recently. Immortal with my technique, but my ego dying easily. Death is teasing me by leaving me with DMT. Now it seems to me that everything I see is seeing me. Life is just an infinite circle with a twist. I used to wanna be like them, now they do not exist.
Immortal.
Peace to all in the space this evening. Welcome to the Melanin Frequency Vigil and 52 Acts of Unity session. We have been transmitting since the fall equinox of 2019. But before I get into this frequency, please indicate in the chat that you are hearing my voice. Better yet, just let us know where you're coming in from, okay? That would definitely let us know if you're new to the space too. That would definitely be a kudos to us all. Ashe, and Ashe. Oh, thank you. We come here every single Sunday, which is Sealy, according to our cosmic calendar, our Zocan calendar. And we are here every single Sealy at 6 p.m. Eastern, and we're bringing in the year of divine unity. So if you don't mind, please join me in reading the frequency for this year. We embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. Two more times to seal and imprint it. We embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. All right. We embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. And if you don't know how to find us, just go to melaninatedandimmortals.com for more information. I am Priestess Mutmayat Nefer Habibullah Kin 178, The white solar mirror, that is I, and it's definitely my honor to be here with you all to continue to bring in our acts of unity and operate in our melanin frequency wave. I pulse, and the reason for that is because I pulse in order to reflect, realizing order. I seal the matrix of endlessness with the solar tone of intention, and I am guided by the power of timelessness. Ashe, ashe, and asheo. And we are melanated immortals making evolutionary changes, and our mission is to shift the global consciousness of the melanin dominant population and establish an everlasting legacy of divine frequency beings with immortal health and immortal wealth through the application and remembrance of cosmic knowledge. And we are in the white mirror wave spell, right? It's based on the 260-day sacred cycle. We are on Kin 124, the yellow resonant seed. Yes. Oh, we got people from Houston in the house and Chicago, Chi-Town in the house. Ashe, give thanks, give thanks. So let us read this affirmation, this Kinergy for this plasma. Ashe, Kin 124 together. First time with I, second time reflecting it out to your loved ones, the universe as a whole, and the third time we're going to make it collective because of who we are and why we're here. Ashe, let's do this. I channel in order to target inspiring awareness. I seal the input of flowering with the resonant tone of attunement, and I am guided by the power of intelligence. You channel in order to target inspiring awareness. You seal the input of flowering with the resonant tone of attunement. You, all right, are guided by the power of intelligence. Come on, let's bring this on in. Put our arms together, our hands together, and say, we channel in order to target inspiring awareness. We seal the input of flowering with the resonant tone of attunement. We, you, us, me, are guided by our own power of intelligence. Okay? By the power of intelligence. Is this ours? It is ours because we are one. All right? And so coming into this here act of unity platform, y'all, we one. It's us. Ubuntu and Lakesh, Alakim, all the way through. So let's prepare ourselves. If you haven't already, go ahead, grab your pens and papers, okay, because you will need them, I'm sure, during the presentation as well, to take some notes, but you might want to take some notes on these announcements too, okay? Very important dates, times to remember coming forward and in the now.
Every death and rebirth is a cycle eternal life.
flow into currency. I am the bag, time to manifest wealth. Universal glow, free soul. Showered in love everywhere that I go. Knee deep in the dirt on rainy nights. Water in the seed of life so the trees them grow. Food for the labor. We mesmerize the world with this flavor. And we don't care about no haters. Shining too bright, you can't shade us. They're too rude to return them. Bye bye Babylon, we gon' burn them. And they're too rude to return them. Bye bye Babylon, we gon' burn them. And every death and rebirth is a cycle, eternal life. Yeah. And even in my darkest days, I'm abundant in love and light. And every death and rebirth is a cycle, eternal life. Yeah. And even in my darkest days, I'm abundant in love and light. Uja, Sinai. Uja, Sinai. Uja, Sinai. Uja, Sinai. Life, prosperity, health. What I see when I look at myself. My energy flow into currency. I am the bag, time to manifest wealth. Universal glow, free soul. Showered in love everywhere that I go. Knee deep in the dirt on rainy nights. Water in the seed of life so the trees them grow. Food for the labor. We mesmerize the world with this flavor. And we don't care about no haters. Shining too bright, you can't shade us. They're too rude to return them. Bye bye Babylon, we gon' burn them. And they're too rude to return them. Bye bye Babylon, we gon' burn them. And every death and rebirth is a cycle, eternal life. Yeah. And even in my darkest days, I'm abundant in love and light.
All right now. So let me put some emphasis on something right quick. Okay. In those announcements, did you notice that we are in our 13 Tones of Creation course? It started this dawning. Did you notice that? And when I tell you it was fire, High Priestess is literally diving deep and breaking it down to us. So if you've never attended the 13 Tones, make sure you are with us. Ashe? Am I not being heard? Oh, am I not being heard? Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just noticed. Oh, I see what happened. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna continue. Make sure if you have not already that you register for. Thank you for confirming, y'all. Thank you. I kind of got a little off. Some changes happened on the screen, but that's all good. We're still in this together. Um, that you register, okay? If you've attended in the past, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, did the self study or something like that, and you still want to come in and get another helping of the 13 tones for more clarity, we're just asking, that you lend a helping hand and give a donation, or contribute to your recourse process. And send that to the Ma'at Foundation, through PayPal or through $ Mimic at Venmo. Also, we have, as you know, here today, we're doing our 52 Acts of Unity, and we are on Act of Unity number 29. Okay. We definitely want you to know that every single heptad, you are invited to join us. I say heptad in place of week, because there's nothing weak about what we do every single plasma of the heptad. Did you catch that? There's nothing daisy or dizzy. We're not walking around in a daze. So we say plasma because it is living. So to take part in this 52-part series, we want to make sure you know that you are welcome, you are included, and even those who think like us, okay? Bring them in so we can all join in these acts of unity. And when I say they're powerful, they're powerful. If you have not already obtained your ebook, please make sure you grab a hold to it. It's only $33. Please disregard the Cash App. Only use the PayPal.me, the Venmo, and then you have the Zelle number down at the bottom for you to be able to send your contributions and the amount for the ebook. So now at this time, oh, and I want to remind y'all too, at 9 p.m. tonight, we have our chant call, bringing in the red serpent for tomorrow. So show back up, okay, tonight at 9 p.m. for the chant call, the core chant call. All right. Now, let's do this. Let's bring in, y'all put it up in the chat. Let us know if you're ready. I know you're ready. You probably ain't got to tell me because I'm the solar mirror. I'm reflecting it, I'm pulsing it, that I know you're ready. So let's introduce to some and present to others our high priestess, Ma'ayim Makaru Amen, who is the mother of our cosmic knowledge and spiritual wisdom sessions here with Mimic. She is the leader of the Mimic priesthood. She is definitely a visionary leader, has a lot of knowledge and a lot of things that we can grow from under her wings. And I say under her wings because she is the wind, the white galactic wind who flies about with all her everything to shower us with her goodness. So thank you to this powerful godness, this soulful healer, this most amazing teacher for coming into my life and also into ours, y'all. Give it up for her in the chat as we welcome her to the stage.
Amen. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Amen. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness. Amen. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Amen. Amen. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Amen. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness.
Open your mic.
All right. Greetings, greetings. Am I being heard?
Yes, you are. Give thanks.
All right. All right. All right. Yes, yes, yes. So, good evening and welcome, everyone. As you know, we do have a special guest in the house. So I'm so excited to be here this evening, but I'm always excited, right? So, that's what be happening. So, give thanks, Priestess Moot Ma'at Nefer Habibla, for being our hostess here this evening. And she is, she does everything, right? She's always there putting the order and things in place. And It has definitely been a tremendous help and support to me. So it is my honor to be here with her. And also shout out to Kim 122 Star, who is our usual hostess here this evening. She's in the back room as well, making sure everything goes as planned. And so I thank her as well. It's my honor to be in her presence and yours, right? So thank y'all for coming and showing out for our brother Orisa Stone this evening. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to do it. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Um, all right. Let's see what we got here. All right. So we are here, as you know, on the last session, we were closing out our energy on the focus on the importance and potency of the melanin dominant man. And always keeping him elevated. And so we had some interesting conversations about this, you know. There may have been some challenges and things like that, right? But we really, really, enjoyed doing this act of unity because remember, this whole thing, right? While we're here, right? We're doing the 52 acts of unity on earth. And so we have to move through some hard things. We have to move through, we got to push past ourselves and unify, just like we talk about the tree that we are calling the mycelium of source tree, right? Where we are all connected, where that's our power source, where we all get inspired, elevated. We power up there, we magnetize there because it is a conglomeration of the best of us, the most of us, right? So definitely, this going through these acts of unity has really shown us some things. So I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear a little bit. We're only going to do maybe one or two reflections because we want to give our guests the floor for this. So if anyone wants to come up and share what they have done with this, even if you did the act of unity in solo, right, or you did it as a group, what are some of the things that you encounter? What are some of the things, good, bad, ugly, up, down, sideways, whatever, right? So we're going to go ahead and put that link in the chat, which is already there, and then invite you up to speak on this act of unity, right? So anyone want to come forward? Anybody write a letter, right? From your heart, and again, this is a letter that you may or may not give into the person, but you really sat down and thought about this, right? So anyone want to come to the stage? Come on, come through for the brothers. Come on, man. Come through for the brothers.
You gonna make
Anyone.
me do it.
Y'all gonna make me sing Angie Stone? Go ahead, Princess Moo. Go ahead, Princess Moo. I yield the mic.
Y'all, come on now. Come on. Don't make me go there again like I used to a few years ago when I had to push on top of push. Y'all know better. I know you real. I know you real and you got real things to talk about. So y'all click that link up there. I'm not going to be here promoting like I used to because, well, then again, we do have new people in the space. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to express yourself. This is definitely the most safe space for you to be in and express. Ashe? Okay, so let's talk about these. Okay, I'm not gonna be long-winded, but you got me. You got me in a space here. Um, because I did share during our Unity Act, a lot of the things that kept coming in and out. For me, I even had dreams with regards to my respect for the divine masculine. And I do have great respect. I think my level of respect for so long was disrespected by the masculine, and yet I still tried to hold faith and trust and respect, all in respect for the masculine. And I love my masculine. I love all masculine, but at the same time, my experiences with the masculine, beginning with my father, um, was not always what you would call, so what you would call joyful. Okay. So, in focusing on the importance, and the potency of the impact is where I think I had to lean more in my foundation on the impact of the masculine over my now. And even though I may have had a few talks with my dad, or a few talks with my exes, or a few talks with my offenders, and so on and so forth, I still had this kind of heavy when having to go into thinking of this, right? And what I would say and how the outcome would come. I did some serious shadow work, right? And I did open up to one, of the persons, but at the same time, and I went to my daddy too, even though, rest in power, November 17, 2023. But I went to my daddy and I was like, help me understand this better, and he brought clarity. I had my dreams to come through. So I know my masculine is still right there by my side, looking out for me, because that's really what I need. I needed that masculine to look out for me, to protect and to cherish, me. And it's those things that I always felt lacking, growing up, which the protection and um the feeling of being cherished, so even though I try my best, to steer away from them nowadays, I do still respect the value of the masculine and the fact that we need to unite. We need to be able to work together. We need to, be able to take back our original relations with each other, and status quos, if you want to call it, with each other, to stand together, not be stepped on by one or the other. And there's no pun against, men, period. It's just my story, a little eensy weensy piece of my background. So I'm gonna try to cut it off right there, because I know I can go a little bit longer, and yeah, I'm trying to discipline myself on that part. Peace and love, everybody.
All right, I say, give thanks for that share. And then we do have people that have come into the room to share. So let's see. I think we had Sister Ya, and then I see Nikita. All right, and then we're gonna move on. We're gonna get our guest speaker on here. So let's be um, mindful of the sharing time. All right. So who we got? Sister Ya. Didn't I see her come in here? There we go. There we go. All right. I yield the mic.
Greetings. Oh, my bad. Greetings. I'm gonna be real quick. So for my letter to the divine masculine was for my Ken 135, and I wanted to make sure that it came from the heart space when I did the letter, um, because I don't think I often, or we all, collectively here, don't really show enough appreciation for all that he does. And I've never really seen him complain about much. When we need something, when something needs to happen, he just goes and he makes it happen. And so it's to really reflect on that, being able, that support that he just brings in without really even saying much. He just kind of just does it. It allows me to be able to be more, balanced in my feminine energy. And I really don't know, where I would be in my journey if I didn't have the support that he brings in that divine way, because it's not really loud. It's not really aggressive. It's not any of those things. It's just there. You know what I mean? And so it's beautiful. And so, I could tell he really appreciated me taking that time out to sit and reflect and give him his flowers, because he does a tremendous amount, and even though I choose to work, just to kind of, because that's what I choose to do, just being thankful that he would go out and work 160 hours a week if he had to, but not having to, that we can, balance ourselves and still get to where we're trying to go. And so, to be able to spend time with Ken 44 and to have that balance and that relationship there is vital. And so, I really enjoyed this Unity Act, and that's all. Peace and love.
All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's it right there. That's it. That sums it up right there. All right. Okay, let's bring up Ken 43, and then we're going to move forward. All right, I yield the mic.
Peace, family. So just really quickly, I wanted to say that I had difficulty when it came to writing a letter to that masculine, because I didn't really know anyone personally that I felt like I should, be handing flowers to. And so when I was thinking about who I should be writing a letter to, I always felt I kept coming back where you didn't understand, or I just realized that I had a lot of anger previously before. So I wrote a letter to my dad, my granddad, and two of my uncles, because those were the men in my life growing up. And specifically my dad, I realized that when I didn't understand the things that come with being a grown up, just being a human, and from a child's point of view, I was looking at him and his situation and his absence, and I was really upset. And as I got older, I was really it's been easier for me to understand the fact that he's still human. He still had to do a lot of growing and learning, and not to take stuff as personal. So I wrote a letter of understanding to these men for whatever, however everything took place going through my life. And instead of holding on to that anger, I wrote a letter of just like, I understand, and I hope you grew, and I hope you got what you needed. So that's what I took away from this Unity Act, and that's all I had to say. And peace, I yield the mic.
Man, I love it. I love it. I love it. That is an excellent way to deal with it, especially like you said, if you had that anger, and then just remembering that, a lot of, if we think about it, our parents were in their 20s, sometimes 18, sometimes I know people whose parents were 15 when they had them. And so just having to imagine what we were going through at those same times, that's excellent. Love it, love it, love it. All right, all right. So let's get into it. I thank you all. I thank you all for all of your shares. It definitely gave us some food for thought and things that if we haven't done this act of unity, like, make a note and intend to do it, right? Don't just pass over it, just intend to do it. And we got a lot of good reflections on how to do so. All right, all right, all right. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn my camera back on because we about to go live on the cameras here. We about to bring up Orisa Stone. All right. Love it. Love it, love it. Voice Voice art with Zay. Yes, we did the Divine Feminine, the heptad before. So we got both of them, and then as you go through these 52, we cover both. We also cover the children, right? And so definitely hang with us, stick with us, stick with us. You're gonna see it all up in here. All right. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. We are here and we are on frequency wave number 29, which states we remember that wealth and prosperity are attributes of our natural mind and transcend all conditions. And so with that statement, right? Definitely, if you don't have the Melanin Frequency book or the audio, that's something to check out so that you can get all 52 of these frequencies. We speak about wealth and prosperity, right? And they are attributes of the natural mind. And we've been studying this, right? When we've been studying the cosmology that we teach. And then also, coming into the overstanding that the culture, the world in which we have existed in, or at least had I think it's a small part of us that's in that world, right? There's more to explore, right? Even that statement right there, talks about wealth and prosperity being an attribute of the natural mind, right? So that we have been taught and trained and programmed. Everybody has been, the majority of people, right? Unless you live in the Himalayas or someplace, right? Right? We have all been compromised with this program that puts us at deficit, right? From religious programming, right? So telling us we're all sinners and somebody had to die to save us, right? Or that we just, we're not who we are, not source in our image, that we have to work our way up to something, right? So we always coming from some deficit. What is it when you get a job, right? Let's say, because I was on a career path, right? I started in entry level, and what's y'all can finish my sentence. I worked my way up. You see? But the mind, right? The consciousness, the brain, everything about us that's unnatural, right? I always like to talk about nature. What's happening right now? If anybody goes, especially if you're on the East Coast, maybe on the West, because, it's a lot of sand and things like that. But on the East Coast, everybody's car is fluorescent yellow or fluorescent green, right? With what? My camera went out. Sis. See, that's what happens, right? But it's fluorescent, right? With pollen. It's everywhere, right? Even if you, go into a place and come out in a couple of hours, your car is going to be coated with pollen, right? So what is that saying about us, right? Or saying about what's natural? It is natural, right, for there to be a million gazillion pine cones on the ground, right? In the fall, leaves, now pollen, right? We literally, in our priesthood open house, we had a training that happened before that. We literally had an exercise where we went out and we started counting the leaves on the trees, right? And what happens in that exercise? You lose count because you can't keep up with it. Even if you're just counting the branches, right? Counting blades of grass. So the natural world is abundant. There's a lot of everything, right? There's a lot of thought processing. So if you can have everything, if you can think in one way, you can think a lot in the other way too, or another way, and another and another. Y'all know I'm gonna do it, right? Right? So these Um, so the natural mind is abundant. The natural mind doesn't think in limitations unless it's been programmed to do so. So you can even say, let's even take lack, right? You can just say, well, that's not true because nothing works right for me. Everything goes wrong. You're still in abundance. Because if you think in lack, you have a lot of lack too, right? So it's your choice. And now, I know with us being conscious and all of these things, we may have had challenges, right? I was talking about this the other day, right? So in my experience, right, I had the experience of, being on the partner track, and I was at some big firm. I'm at Ernst and Young. I think they're still around, right? And I was on this partner track and, went up, up, up. So, but then I got to a point where I said, I don't want to keep doing this. This is crazy. It doesn't make sense to me. Right. And then I became a poor righteous teacher. Right. And, now that was more fulfilling. But at times, right, there are some times like you want to go and grab something to eat because you're busy. You need to, be able to do that. So that money, right, or finances can is also a part of this. It's not something that now we have to be limited by, because this is what we've been talking about, right? We're not limited to conditions. We're not limited to limitations or even judgments unless we decide that that's what we want to be limited by, right? And so when we say that abundance, right, or wealth is a part of the natural mind, that's what outside does. And you know what I always say? I like saying outside, right? I know, right? I said outside, right? Outside, right? In nature, what else happens in nature? It overproduces. Have you noticed that? If you watch a tree with fruit, I walk past this tree with these crab apples, right? And I noticed, right, there were so many of them that they fall to the ground and they rot. Even though there's a million gazillion ants and beetles and whatever else eats fruit, squirrels, birds, right? So it was still too much fruit for the tree. The tree overproduced the fruit. Right? So that's telling you what nature does. And we're the same way. Right? Now, I want to bring forward Brother Orisa Stone. One of the reasons that I want to bring him forward is because in talking to him, and I got to shout out Mama OJ Yemi for making the connection between me and Orisa Stone, Sky Serpent, Navi. He has a lot of names, right? He got a lot of names he goes by. And man, my camera, I don't know. Every time I try to turn the camera on, it goes off. So, okay, we're going to just let it be what it's going to be. Or I actually could do it from my phone. But so he has, in talking to him, he started talking to me about the ways in which the ways in which he handles his finances and things like that. And I was amazed.
Alrighty. Y'all see, she's got those high frequencies going on, okay? Y'all come on and put it out there to have things calm down just a little bit so she won't keep getting dropped out by the technologies. Y'all know how it goes. You know how it goes. So y'all work with it. High Priestess got kicked out because she hype. That's how it happens. So just blow the wind right about now. Just blow the wind in all directions if you don't mind. You know, blow it out. Get the pollen out the way. Get the pollen out the way. So she won't keep getting, dropped out, so we can see her beautiful face, and we'll all get back connected in just a moment. So until she comes back in, let's go ahead and just play some intermissional, what? Wait, hold on. Here she come. Here she come. There she goes.
All right, all right. Listen, I was just talking and talking and talking. Okay. Well, let me see if I can recap what I was saying. Is that one of the reasons I invited Orisa Stone, and I don't know if you all heard me when I shouted out OJ Yemi for making the connection between us, and he's had me on his show a few times, right? And one of the reasons I wanted him to come and speak on this topic is because of the way that he deals with wealth, right? It's amazing. It's like one of, how sometimes I'll ask that question about how many people know deep sea fishermen or know, a NASA astronaut, right? How many people do we know deal with antiquities? Like Brother Orisa Stone. And then also his knowledge of the stones and his alchemy of the stones and things like that is amazing. And he has on his own, channel gotten people involved in this. And for many reasons, right? It can add to the wealth and prosperity in many, many ways, right? And then also the recovering of our artifacts. So I don't want to say too much. I want y'all to hear from Brother Orisa Stone. We are going to go ahead and bring him to the stage. It is definitely an honor to have him here. All right, there you go, there you go. Come on, bring the smoke. I say. Ooh, what's that? What's that one?
No, I just was showing that I'm worthy of your time and respect. Piece of blessings from Ken 113, Sky Serpent.
Human with the capacity for hate and apathy's a drug when hurt your sanity's at stake. Find tenacity and love to incapacitate half of me at war with half of me who's learned its travesty at length. I lack belief in fate, but truthfully can't practice preaching faith. I don't believe substantially, so is it blasphemy to pray? I think I do believe in me, so is my vanity displayed? I cannot tactfully debate on if humanity is great, but I can plan and strategize and act a strategy for strength. But no, you cannot win a war with your morality in place, so innocence is a fatality. Calamity awaits. I found that power is the will to take your casualties with grace. But careful, for you find yourself inside your crosshairs. One thing that I know about life is that it is not fair. That's why I grab a hold of this mic and just let my thoughts air. No longer care to consider advice from someone who's not there. Not sharing my blessings or the weight of my mistakes.
All right, now, come on now. We got to get that one.
Hands down, y'all. This is one of my favorite channels. With period, point blank period. Y'all always have amazing vibes, amazing music, positive energy. Yeah, y'all are amazing. Thank you, and I'm most definitely honored to be here.
I say. Look. I got to show my bling. Hold on. Okay, y'all see this right here? Look at this. Okay, bling. Yes. Can you tell them about this piece?
Yes, ma'am. Yo, pay tattoo. Yours. Well, we've been talking for about a couple months now, and we were talking about making pieces for certain kin numbers. Everybody, your tribe is way different than a lot of other people's tribes. When you say acts of unity, that's actions. People are actually, you know what I'm saying? So one of the things that my tribe is big on is trying to get back into the stones. Now, if we're reading the glyphs from different perspectives and we're listening to it, we're doing the research. But when you tangibly get your hands on these things, i.e., you have jade on right now. Jade is one of those stones when you're talking about melanated immortals. Jade represents immortality. You have Moonstone on that helps you because you're the wind, but Moonstone helps you manifest. It's a manifestation stone. It's part of that purity. You have quartz on there, pure intentions, purity. So you know what I'm saying. You can program the energy. That's what you already do, and magnify the energy. So yeah, that's a most definitely protective piece. You know what I'm saying. Each stone's gonna do what the stone's gonna do anyway. We're just doing the alchemy and putting art to it.
I say. So thank you. I really appreciate this. Yes. So, Brother Orisa Stone, tell us a little bit about one of the reasons that you get people into. Well, you know what? Give us your background in antiquities and how it's a fascinating story about how that happened for you.
I mean, for me, my mother was always into it. She traveled around the world. She would get things from here and there and bring it home. And so I just always grew up in a house with stones and antiques and things of that nature. So that was more second nature for me. As far as like the working aspect of it, when I came back to Orlando, I started working for a company named the Bronze Kingdom at the iDrive and the one at the mall. And they were about to close down, so I started working there and got us like IE and people like that. They would teach me, they would like show me how to research each artifact and things of that nature. So we got to be custodians of things from all around the world and see ourselves. And the history of it is not in books; it's in the artifacts. So.
Come on. Yes, because you showed me some of the artifacts that you had, and that night I told you I had all kinds of dreams about those artifacts. I said, wait a minute. Hold on now. And so you just showed me the pictures of the artifacts.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and there were a couple of pieces that really took me into this, another space. Now, we're talking about wealth and prosperity being a part of the natural mind. And so, again, I wanted to bring you forward because you have a very unique way of helping people get into artifacts, getting into silver, copper, and things like that. So tell us a little bit about that.
One for me is when you live in this lifestyle, things come natural to you. When you're in your wave spell, I've learned that my vocabulary from a lot of watching your shows. When you're in your wave spell and you're living your purpose, things come naturally to you. I was just at the gym show in Panama the other day, and somebody gave me this cartouche with Mayan glyphs on it.
Yeah.
So it's like some things come naturally to you, and it's like the universe is sending you what you're supposed to have when you're ready for it. Each one of these things, especially when you have the strong pieces out there, they'll find you. I love when somebody said their right solar mirror. I could just think I know when I was in the antiquity, like I was out there in Panama and I was looking at all these things. I saw some things where it would fit their energy and it would help them on their journey. You see what I'm saying? So each piece kind of represents it. It's already aligned. It's like I'd be wrong to try to take credit for what the universe has already set for us. I'm mimicking what our ancestors have done. This isn't just my culture, this is our culture, especially in this community, in this setting. Jade stones of that nature, turquoise things of that nature. Wealth is our luxury. Luxury is our culture. You know what I'm saying? So just talk about natural and then I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want you to stay on the jade. Tell us about the jade. Tell us about the jade. And why you said to me that everybody, all melanated people should have some jade.
Well, I'll say this: maybe not all melanated people, but conscious melanated people, right?
Okay.
When you're looking at the Mayan society, the ones that knew about spirituality, the ones that knew about life and earth, jade represents corn. It represents growth. It represents life and death. It represents immortality. You see what I'm saying? Even in China, they talk about the Jade Emperor, and it represents immortality. It represents health. It represents prosperity. It goes right back to the wealth. So that's what the name of your show is: Wealth and Prosperity. So favorites because it automatically. I mean, mostly green stones. It also represents the heart chakra. So being in your natural self brings wealth. Yes, ma'am.
I say. What now let's talk about you did also talk about some metals that are also part of that wealth and prosperity, being a part of our natural. Mind you, talked about copper and silver. Break that
Yes, ma'am.
down for us. Mm-hmm.
Well, you were just asking about this one. This is a very, very old piece.
Ooh, wow! Look at that.
Now, this
Mm.
is a Viracocha. This is
Mm-hmm.
one of the original Olmec deities, alongside Quetzalcoatl, and some even say that is Quetzalcoatl. But I say that to say that goes. If we know that our pyramids go thousands of years before Christianity, Islam, all these different things, if we know that our culture, the first thing they did was adorn themselves with things to shine for their deities, shine for their gods, shine for their people. Even when you're looking at the movies when they're putting out what's that movie Apocalypto, they would have all those
Okay.
jade and so on and things of that nature. Gold was more for the ancestors. We would get, and they tell you this in history books. We would get gold for our ancestors. We would do gold death masks, things of that nature.
That's right. That's right.
It's more of a feminine metal, and we need to get back into that, because when we're talking about the cycles of the moon and everything else, y'all we're really in tune with that. Silver is a feminine metal that reflects your energy, magnifies your energy, conducts your energy, but also when you're doing rituals, you can communicate to those same entities that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
metals themselves are stones. We don't want to have that conversation, but just like any other gemstone, gold might have grew in the damn river right beside the jade and the turquoise,
Mm.
which is
Wow.
copper. Turquoise is
Wow.
copper. I'm saying it's just a feminine version of the copper. So
Is that right?
yeah, turquoise is
I don't
copper.
know that.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Most green stones have a lot of iron in it. So
Okay.
you're looking at different things when exactly when we're looking at certain stones and how they can heal our body. This is something ancient. Our ancestors have already been on. They wrote it down in the glyphs and everything else. So this isn't something that I'm doing. This is just something that we're mimicking our ancestors and doing what we're supposed to be doing with it.
I say. So, okay. So now let's say someone's a novice at this and but they really want to, we have a lot of people who are coming into this consciousness. They're coming into, um, changing their minds, the ways in which they operate. And let's say, like, say somebody is just, they're doing it, but they still have they go to a place of employment. So what would you recommend for them, to carry in on their, their job or anything like that? Like, what should they do? What, like, is there a stone? Is there metal? Is there?
Well, for me, before I got into the stones, I went and got some readings. You know what I'm saying? When you want to get a reading, you want to learn your purpose. Like you said, your galactic signature, things of that nature. I would
Mm-hmm.
do readings and figure out my purpose. Then it like I said, things when you get into your alignment, things come to you naturally. A lot of people steps and go straight to the stones, but like I said, when you're a high priestess, now you're rocking the jades and the emeralds and the turquoise and things of that nature. If you're not all the way aligned, you might have these stones and you might as well throw it in the toy box because you don't know what to do with it. You're gonna lose it. People talk about losing their motivate all the time. They're not ready for certain things. So I wouldn't just say automatically just jump into it. Get into attunement and understand if you're doing frequencies, we're doing the singing bowls, you're doing, like you said, 13 tones of creation. Um, you would sit with yourself and then you were like, okay, well, what do I need to work on? That's the biggest thing right there. When you realize what you need to work on, now we're gonna get into the stones. Now we're gonna get into, okay, I might need to work on my throat chakra. I might need to work on my heart chakra. Or I might need to work on my root chakra or my solar plexus chakra. You know what I'm saying? That money chakra. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about money, so we might need to work on our solar plexus and our sacred chakras. You know what I'm saying? And get out of survival mode, out of the root chakra. So once you realize that, now we're moving up to now what stone calls into case in point, wealth and prosperity. Again, if you're into this culture and you believe into your ancestors, this is a high society class right here. First off, like I said, for y'all to we have a lot of networks out here that don't talk about nothing. They just talk and talk and talk. They never learn. They're never really teaching. They're talking in circles to keep people deaf, dumb, and blind. That's the name of the game. Propaganda. Meanwhile, you're talking about actions of unity, getting back to our natural selves, loving each other. I love that the goddesses just shared something that, like, each one of the goddesses that shared before, they were all talking about different things, and that's important. So it's like, okay, so if you want now, you work through your root chakra. What's next? So right now, I look at seasons as well. Right now, I'm pretty sure I'm not sure what it looks like for y'all up there, but when I go outside early in the rise when the sun's up, I'm looking at the sky, and the sky's like perfect turquoise blue, and the trees are bright green right now. And if y'all ain't know, the animals are not even scared that much. They're coming out. They're approaching us. They're doing all sorts of things. So we're mimicking nature. I'm gonna rock that blue. I'm gonna rock that blue to represent where I came from. They say in our culture that the one who wears turquoise know where they're coming from and where they're going. Grant them a wish. That's what the ancestors say. They're intergalactic passports. We call it jewelry for lack of a better word because the Jews took that word and ran with it and called it jewelry, but they're really intergalactic passports. These are our dog chains, to say the least. And now, and so people can recognize you in tribes. The tribe can recognize each other. And being your atonement. Your piece also has brass and copper on it. Vibration, you know what I'm saying? This is something that we already know. Copper eats up bacteria, viruses. It's good for your blood circulation. So this means that this piece is getting into those minerals are getting into your bloodstream, and that copper ring on your hand is in your bloodstream. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Now we go to symbolism. We say we're into the culture where we have to understand symbolism is everything. So the symbolism, what does symbolism mean? These are galactic signatures. These are galactic codes. These are keys. The Ankh represents each one of these symbols represents something. Every stone represents something. If you know how to use it right, like I said. But if you don't know who you are, if you don't know who you are, you're just branded to it. It's just gonna be decoration. You're gonna be wearing the cross. You're gonna be like the Muslims that eat pork that got the kufi on and no, we really want to be into. We want to live it. Once you start living it, everything aligns for you.
I say, be living it, right? I say, okay. So I love that, you find out first who you are, you get more information about that, then you start adding on these stones so that they mean something, that it's more than just, jewelry. It's more than just, sometimes, with certain, I'm still, communicating with this piece, right? I'm still communing with this piece. I had another one, you saw the one that I had from Brother Amun, Temple of Soul, the other one, right? So that one, I've had that for some years. So there's a communion with that piece. And, now I got two of them, right? So I'll hear which one to wear when. Like, this is not, I don't just wear it every day. I don't just wear it every time. If I'm going to the store, I don't grab this. Now, my offering might call me, if I'm going to the store or something like that. But these pieces, they call for certain things. Like, yesterday, where did I go yesterday? I went somewhere yesterday and I was on the subway, on the train because, traffic is crazy, whatever. So I'm on the subway. Oh, I had to go. I went and met my friend, and we and where I met her was across town. And as I was getting dressed, I put this piece on, and it was interesting because I was on the subway, and when I was coming back, and I noticed that the seat I was sitting in right across from me were like 3 brothers. And I saw other people coming on the train, and they did not want to sit anywhere near those men. They were like, because this is the weekend. So, people going to the Smithsonians and stuff like that, so it's a lot of melanin recessives and things on the train. And they didn't want to sit anywhere near these brothers. And I looked at them, and I was like sitting there, I was facing them, and I'm like, whoa, like these are not who I think they are. Because you see how you sitting like that?
It's fine.
Arms folded. No, that's how they were sitting. It was 3 of them. And it was kind of like they were just sitting there. And then, I don't know. I felt like it was something, there was a connection there with who I am and this piece of jewelry, and the fact that nobody else wanted to come around them. Everybody, they would come on, they look at them real quick, and then they go and walk and find another seat. And I was totally comfortable there.
Yes, ma'am.
And I was like, whoa. And then, I was like, wait a minute, is this bling? I'm thinking, because I don't usually be on the subway. So I was like, wait a minute, they going to think this is bling. But I was like, well, shoot, ain't nobody, if I was them, I wouldn't come nowhere near it, But, yeah, so I definitely, can relate to that. Coming into yourself first and then, getting the stones. All right. So, in this frequency, we're talking. Tell us a little bit about. I know you said you were talking about how you've been in this for a moment. You've been in this for a while with the stones and things like that. I like how you speak. One, I want you to show us some things, right? Show us some of these pieces, right? That'll take you into a trance, but don't, just get some ones that, we don't want nobody, we can't get to the people on here, right? But I definitely want you to show us some of the things. And you are an alchemist when it comes to this.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? I want to, show us one of your pieces and then, describe the ones that you want to describe the alchemy that is in it.
Well, the funny thing about it, just to piggyback what you just said, once you start wearing your pieces, you're gonna attract and you're gonna push away. It's like a magnet. Everything is energetic, right?
Yeah.
Certain energies aren't going to be able to come towards you because the stones have already kind of prescribed what they're going to do. Some are protection stones. So we may sound like make believe or whatever, but everything is ran by spirits. You know what I'm saying? Some things that look scary to other people might be your protector. When in our culture, we have dragons and all sorts of things. We have jaguars. To somebody else, that looks pretty scary if a jaguar jumps out the tree on you. You know what I'm saying? But those are your guardians. Those are you know what I'm saying, your spirit team.
That's what I felt like. That's what it was. That's what I felt like.
Especially out in nature, and I have this story a lot. When you're wearing your pieces, you're gonna connect with different people. You're gonna connect with a lot of different people. You're gonna draw a lot of people. People that might know energy and everything else. But neither here nor there. I mean, it's just something you experience. Everybody has a different experience. Some people like have some crazy experiences, something like this. And I've been talking for a while about sending you. I want to send you a couple pieces for your community.
Okay.
Give you a couple coins that I'm gonna show you later for your host.
Okay.
This has jade on it, zoisite, and green jasper. So I'm really into green stones. That's my favorite, is green stones of that nature. Heart chakra, abundance is good for travelers, things of that nature. This is for somebody that knows what they're doing. They've been in this community for a little while, because this is also the what they call the disc of the sun.
Yep.
That's crafting in silver within itself. Now we can look into the monetary value of what the our oppressors look at it. Oh, it's silver. It goes up and down in value. Or we can look at the spiritual aspect. It's magnifying an energy that it was casted in. That's why they cast their faces on silver. They're using that's why they put their presidents and stuff on silver coins, and then they couldn't even do it no more, so they stopped putting it in real silver. They even real copper. They don't even make pennies no more. You see what I'm saying? All the new money transferred into matriarch money, and we're gonna get into that later about the big mama banks. But a place like this, we're in springtime. You want to be in the frequency of natural frequency. That means I'm not going against nature. I'm going with nature. Nature says greens and blues.
Okay.
That sun represents who you are. So let's just say you walk in a room and there's a bunch of people from Melanin and Water. We might not have never met each other in real time, but we can tell by the stones what tribe we're from. This is all around the globe. This is ancient culture. This is ancient, no matter where, north, south, east, west. If you're in Africa, they say you might not have a dime to your name, but if you have beads, you're rich. Beads are their. When you're looking in, like I said, ancient Asia and things of that nature. Jades represent status. Jade, only the royalty can have jade. You would be killed if you weren't a spiritual person holding jade because you wouldn't have the knowledge of it. You wouldn't have to be in the mind frame to even conduct yourself with it. You see what I'm saying? So that's a jade piece. I made you a bunch of jade. These are the jade pieces I made for you, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's beautiful. Wow, that is beautiful. Look at that.
Peridot on it and the Olmec face. So right now I've just made a bunch of. I'm gonna send you a bunch of jade pieces for your community. This is Olmec.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, the emerald eyes, all greenstone. There's so many different greenstones we can tap into. Jade, prehnite, serpentine, and emerald. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna show you this one because this one's about to go. Actually, Bobby Hemmett and Ali Hemmett. Are you familiar with Bobby Hemmett?
Of course.
Ali Hemmett just got this one. He's getting a piece for his brother, but I'm really into jade. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that is gorgeous.
All of our indigenous people are into jade for spiritual reasons. Don't just take my word for it. Go do the research on it. So I'm sending to you, but we have other ones. If you don't, hey man, I mean, I'm just a lot of jade. I don't want to see no jade. We always doing something for the matriarch, and that's real silver.
Look at that! Wow, look at that! Wow. Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah, something for the warriors. We got something like amber, which is also earth tone. Where you, if you're doing plant medicine, these kind of stones, if you're doing plant medicine, that means you're doing your healing. These are the stones you want to have on while you're doing that because you intergalactic passports. That means I can go interdimensional. When you're on shrooms, or any kind of plant medicine, you're going through different rooms. When you go through those different rooms, you can see different people with your stones on. So each one of them represents different. That's copper.
That's copper.
Amber, garnets. So yeah, that all those different, and they represent your status in the community. They represent your healing. They represent what tribe you're coming from. And then they do what the stones are going to do anyway. Like I said, the stones are sentient. You know what I'm saying? This by now we should all know that stones are sentient.
That's right. That's right.
We ride them. So like you said, these stones took millions. Some took thousands, some took if not millions of years to create. And this is what our ancestors knew. Jade absorbs your energy and your memory recall that's in your pancreas. You see what I'm saying? Your pancreas holds memory. So jade holds. Remember the iron in there and all these different minerals help different organs. I've been talking to a guy, Rod Ben. He's breaking these things down. So you're breaking down what's good for your lungs. This is spiritual. Your kidneys. This is spiritual. Your pancreas. I wanted to talk to you one of these days about the placenta. These are spiritual things that the stones and different herbs actually activate those things and cleanse them and some things of that nature. So when you're with jade, it's absorbing memories, wisdom, i.e. wisdom. And then when you pass that stone down to your daughters or your sons, especially you program that now they're going to have dreams. Like you said, you'll see the artifacts, but the stones are going to give them dreams and guide them a certain type of way. You won't fall through the same mistakes. So yeah, I'm sorry, I got to go.
I say, wow, this is just a plethora. This is great. Okay, so before I forget. Now I know you done shown all this bling, and it's a bunch of people on here. They probably like, wait a minute, where can I get that? All right, so tell me.
I'm shipping to Melanated Immortals. So I'm gonna send you some piece. I'm also gonna send you some coins. Now if they want to see some different stuff, but that jade is I'm shipping out to you probably tomorrow. But I'm also make you coins. These start making pennies, so I'm making our own copper. I'm putting our face back on it. So we have these coins that's gonna be for our community. I'm gonna send you a couple of them. So whoever's whoever likes your comments first and likes your post first, because a lot of people just being there, they don't want to like. When they come in and they start liking and everything else, you can give them a free gift and everything else because it's all about support both ways. And we got to support this goddess because you've been doing it so long. The goddess is in your tribe. Your whole tribe is amazing. Your whole show, your organization, the way y'all do the music and everything else is so beautiful. We got to get back to what you're doing because there's a lot of people out there. I listen. It's even when it comes to the basics, the Tom Jordan Morning Show, they're gonna put some toxic stuff out there. The morning shows and all these other things. They're going to push as much ignorance and toxic stuff out there as they can. And then here on a Friday rising or a Sunday evening, We hear Melanin and the Mortals and the music jamming and oh, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Who said I'm yeah, y'all be going in. So that's a frequency. We need to take back all of our frequencies, all of our culture. So and then comes behind each one of y'all words. Now this is what I did for your tribe, so people can support and help support what you got going on. That goes back to that goes back to economics, which is also our culture. Because when you're talking about the Olmec culture, we have to be barter trade society, and we're not trying to go back in. I'm not telling us to go back and start hitting each other up the head. We're not going back in. We're taking Mimic is saying that we're taking what we've learned, the mistakes that we've learned from our ancestors, and applying it with the mastermind part of our ancestors and applying that to indigenous futurism.
I say that's it. That's it.
Yeah, we're going to a whole nother level. We're not going now. We're going to apply everything that they did great, and also learn from their mistakes to make sure we don't make the same mistakes. So yeah, we have to get back into the wave spell or the acts of unity of supporting each other. And I know that sounds like, oh, you're just trying to get me. No, we're going to give you a product for some fiat that's going out the door anyway, or if they want to trade you gold, silver, anything else. I'm big on telling a lot of young men that a lot of young men that I've been dealing with haven't seen a page like yours. I'm telling them how to make it as young men in general. One of the goddesses she was sharing, and she was saying I think her father was going through all these different things, right? And how y'all take time to acknowledge that y'all grew up at different time frames. What did we grow up? Everything was Cornell Pro, psyops, all these different things, from putting poison in our music, guys out here killing each other because we were brainwashing each other with violence. What we were going poisoning our medicine. Instead of you having mushrooms, now you got LSD, and then it starts going to the crack and everything else. They knew what our culture was, and all they did was manipulate our cultures against us to use our and take us out of frequencies. So what was the war against black men in the 80s? What was the war against black boys in the 90s? What was the war against, you know what I'm saying? All these different things to where now you see the same thing. If you have eyes, you can see now they're doing that same thing that they're perfecting on us. Now they're trying it on our women. Back then we had Tupac's. Now y'all got Sexy Reds. You know what I'm saying? Now we got Cardi B. They're off out of frequency. You know what I'm saying? Now they've never heard. A lot of people never heard of the positive goddesses out here talking about acts of unity and coming together and being in your natural state, natural form. So we gotta appreciate, like I said, we gotta appreciate what you do and support it. Because everything goes in that circle. We always talk about the Mayan calendar. Everything in that Mayan calendar, which is a matriarch calendar, is just like you said at Ouroboros or that great serpent. What you put in is what you're gonna get out.
I say. Wow, give thanks. I really appreciate that. Wow, give thanks. All right. Tell us a little bit about where people can find these artifacts, right? And you have a whole a psychology behind why we need to go and get these artifacts, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So talk to us about that.
All right. Well, the people that stole it are dying. Let's talk about that part. The people that stole your artifacts, the people that took your stuff, you know what I'm saying? We so quick to kill each other. Man, he took my shoes, or he took this, or whatever. We ain't be, but we are harsh on each other. But the people that took your blood right, the people that took your wealth are dying. And they're leaving it to their kids, and their kids don't know what to do with it. So what do they do? They're trying to sell it. They're trying to sell it for fiat. Everybody's hurting right now. We think that the economy is shifting for us. No, this is the Great Depression times 3. This is the Great Reset fix. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is. Y'all said something so powerful about moving in knowledge. I think she was reading. She said, "We're moving in our knowledge. We're moving in intelligence." So we know they always put in the movies. If you get these artifacts, but they never stop them from getting the artifacts. When you look at National Treasure, all the artifacts are cursed, but it never stops them to go get it. When you're looking at the mummy, all the artifacts are cursed. They're telling you it's cursed. That's what they got to put out there. But actually, it might be cursed for them. But when it's melanin activated, some of these things look at you the same way you're looking at it. They remember you. They remember you.
I say that is real talk.
So you can go out here and find different things. They also activate our DNA. Certain things to look into. Our ancestors, OJ Yemen says it all the time. She says it wasn't meant for everybody to know about these things. She's absolutely right. Some of these things they carved in stone, turned the stone around and put it into the wall so you couldn't even find it. It was code. It was technology. What it was without everybody else knowing what it was. Did you hear what I said? They carved in stone facing inward and put it into the pyramid walls. So you can even see, they just knew that something was different about certain stones. So I just did that to say that some of these stones are melanin activated. The only reason we talk about it now because they're digging it up, they're finding these different things. All you have to do is look at the picture. All you have to do is look at some of these pictures and seeing their face, and it's going to activate your third eye. It's going to activate an ancient memory, the ancient ancestors. Not to mention, let's just say it don't activate nothing in your spirit. It should activate your curiosity and be like, yo, wait a minute. Why don't, if this is something that they were so advanced, I'm talking about science. I ain't saying nothing about race. If they were so advanced in science, if they were so advanced in the stars, astrology, and all these different things, why is it okay that everybody else can study this except for us? Mexicans threaten you. I done had the Mexican mafia threaten me. Oh man, such. Those are our ancestors. They don't be mad at the white people that's over there excavating. No, they're not mad at nobody else except for melanated people for studying it because wait a minute, that looks just like me. Looks just like you. Oh, don't go into the Mayan temples when you see the matriarch society with all those women with the hats on and it looks like Sunday. It looks like the original Sunday church, what it was meant to be before they started with the government in it and getting the tax cuts. And then when they get the tax cuts, you got to do what they tell you to do. Before Masons ran the church and whatever else, you know what I'm saying? It was a matriarch society, and the artifacts tell you this.
That's right. I think them.
As you've seen them now. You've been to Mexico. You've been to Kemet. So now. Going out here, some of these are just antiquities. I can grab some for you, but they also tell stories.
They do. I went to they were telling me stories all night because I looked at yes.
Now imagine most of my stuff a lot of people were giving to me. I was going different places. I stay in Florida, so I'm around a lot of Latinos. All Latinos, West Coast Latinos, all Latinos they really be humble. They come to us. Oh man, we know who you are. We know you are. They give gifts. I don't ask. Lady, I was in a Patenta. She brought me this huge emoji statue. She was like, I just want you to have this. This guy, he gave me the cartouche I showed you this rising.
Yeah. Y'all know he had me over there translating the glyphs on them.
You'll pay. So each one of them activate your DNA. That activates your purpose. I'm kin 113. So there's a lot of different things in your life they were already there. You just didn't know why you did certain things. You know what I'm saying? Now it's I know why I do it, and I move with purpose. Now that I move with purpose, now what's the action? You see what I'm saying? And it's a cycle. It's just you're really helping us. You helped us. Now, me personally, I'm gonna be honest. When I was getting a lot of these artifacts, I can read some of them, but some of them I couldn't read. I can't break down. I can't translate the glyphs. And then yourself that's been down there that can translate the glyphs. So now we have. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Yeah, some of the stuff be kind of heavy, guys.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna bring you a small one because I don't have to put it. Hold on. Oh, these things kind of heavy.
Oh wow.
So let's just say this is a nice one. Now, somebody put energy into these, right? These some of these are children that do these, right? But they're made out of malachite chips. Malachite is already a money stone, prosperity stone, everything else. But they're made out of chipped up malachite and a natural resin that they use. Now, these glyphs that's on here, I can acquire this. It's not the goddess. It's not our women's job to go out and acquire these things unless they, you know what I'm saying? Now, back in the day, it would be us to go out there and acquire them, but it'd be the goddess to translate them and break them down.
I say.
You're telling us, okay, what active unity are we on today? You can read these calendars. Now, for me, that's what I like to do. I like to acquire. A lot of the guys in my tribe will go out and go get these artifacts. When I show you my dragon altars, like I got dragons that's over 500 years old. I got Quetzalcoatl dragons. I have several Quetzalcoatl dragons. You know what I'm saying?
I'm coming through. I got to come see the museum. I got to come see it. Yeah.
It's just I was doing some spring cleaning. Everything is a mess, but right now, like each one of these are trophies for me because I go out there and get it. We can talk about, oh, they took it. Well, when you gonna go get it back?
Man, come on, bring it. When you gonna go get it back? That one.
And then, I mean, some of the stuff, I'm not even just saying it by any means necessary. I'm not saying take something, but some people, just by your presence, just by you being in your tone, just by being in your energy, people will give you things. You know what I'm saying? They'll look at you, they'll hear, and that's what they even with information. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So tell them how they can get started, because you had mentioned some different ways where people, if they're really interested in this, how they can kind of get started.
As easy as going to your local antique store. Waking up with intention. When you wake up with intention, when I tell you I wake up with intention, and I'm surrounded by metals and frequencies, I'm surrounded by all these different stones, especially motivite, and you wake up with intention. When you go to sleep with intention and you wake up with intention, I'm going to the flea market today. I'm gonna go to the antique store today. You'll find something in there, and they'll be like, man, you know what? Like, we went to Orlando a couple weekends ago, and when we went down there, it was so many, like, people would see us. They gave me a free silver Dogon pendant.
Wow.
I'm like, he was like, yeah, I'm glad it went to you. Man, you don't know me from Adam, but that's what it is. So some places, I was just going down there to get certain things, and he gave me some stuff he had hidden that he didn't know who to give it to. He could have sold it. He gave it away for free. Let me get it. It's getting hot down here.
Okay.
So we would go to our antique stores. You can even go as far as depending on what city you are. That's very important, because when you're in regions like Texas, you'll find a lot of antiquities and artifacts. I can show you some Mayan death masks. Those would be nice for your collection. You say you want to see them?
Yeah. Okay. That might be one of the ones that put me in a trance, but that's okay. I'm ready for it now.
Yeah, we got to get back outside, man. We got to get back outside and start.
Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, yeah, they got some energy.
So this is all stone. This even talks about the artistic abilities of indigenous people in general. This is all gemstones. I can show you a couple of different ones of these, but that's mother of pearl, and they're real big. They usually use mother of pearl, jaspers, and agate on this one, but they always use mother of pearl, and I pay attention to that because this is really by coincidence or accident. But somebody took a lot of time to put something like that together to borderline give it away.
What? Okay, that's going. Maybe I ask. I'm just wondering why they call that a death mask. That was not the That's because that's what they put over the face.
Guess what? My job was to go get it and bring it home, right? When I brought it home, you're gonna look at it and decipher it, because that's when they showed it to me, I saw all these beautiful colors. When I tell you we gotta show, when we buy it, it comes with whoever tells us what it is. That's how they showed it to me. I guess sometimes they say that to scare you off. But like you said about me, I'm guided by, you can't scare me with a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm guided by the word of death. So when they say death mask and funeral mask, that's what they say it is. I didn't think so either. But that goes into, we have to do more research. Now that we have it, now that we see it, now we know what to do the research on it. So it might not be a death mask. You know what I'm saying? It's really what we say it is now. It's in our possession. It's ours now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm a stay focused. But yeah, that's not what I got from it. So
yeah. Tell me what you got from it.
Well, you know what? I started it seemed like something that is it attuned you with various frequencies, because immediately I started feeling it in my feet. I started feeling energy come up through my feet, and then it started vibrating through the whole body. So I was imagining the mask being over the face, but it seems like it has a frequency that could be a shielding thing. It has a frequency I don't know. I had to. I didn't want to go in on it because I gotta stay focused. But there was something else about that. I really gotta. If you take a picture of it and send it to me, I'm gonna. I'm gonna. I'm gonna look at it again and see what else I get off of it. But yeah, it started immediately circulating in my feet. It seems like it does something like a shield, and then it does something else too. But yeah, I need to look at it again. Yeah,
I
take a
love.
picture of it and send
Look,
it to
I
me.
can't even. They're saying so many great things in the comments. Somebody said, "Yeah, you most definitely going to see a lot of that stuff in the Latin markets." You can go on OfferUp. You can go on marketplaces. You can go. You got to be able to look it up. And once you know what to look for, what they tell you, seek and you shall find. That's a vibration. Somebody said somebody with some skulls.
Yeah.
And you're saying,
Oh yeah, see that's that thing. Then now that one took me some. That one and the red one. You show me that. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. But I'm seeing in the comments that people are they experience the same thing. So okay, we got our confirmation. That's it right there.
Some things, we were a custodian, just like the Knights of Templar, they didn't understand the mission they're on. Their mission is to go out there and go get it. A lot of those people, when you're looking at Rudolph II, when you're looking at Hitler, when you're looking at Napoleon, their job was to go out there and get the artifacts, and because they knew how powerful the artifacts were. But they also had oracles and things that they weren't just doing. All those people had an oracle on the side to tell them exactly what it was used for, how to use it, when it came to stones, when it came to artifacts and everything else. All those people I just named, Hitler, Genghis Khan, Emperor Rudolph II, all those people were big into antiquities and artifacts. Meanwhile, they try to scare us away from it. But like I say, when it comes to me, you're not going to scare me off with something that represents, or you say that represents death. I know the cycle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people they try to scare people off, but the frequency has changed. Where a lot of people that have they feel that energy too. They don't want it in their house no more. That's the thing. Guess what? They might give me a good price, and I'll lowball them. Man, I'll give you half of that, even though I know it's worth 5 times more. You gotta act like there's one thing about it. When you go to negotiate with them, they don't want to have it. The frequency, they want to get rid of it. They want it to go somewhere. They want that power of that fiat. They want that dollar.
I say, okay. So
go ahead.
So I want to make sure. So auctions, we can get the auctions. You also mentioned before what eBay. You can find some of these things on eBay and Facebook markets. Is that right?
Well, I like to do stuff in person. You most definitely can order on eBay, but you want to do your research on something. I made mistakes before. I saw something and my energy was like, oh my gosh, I gotta have this piece. I gotta have this piece. And the piece was a replica, if to say the best. You know what I'm saying? I like older things. You want to see something in person. Auctions. We got an auction coming up in a couple of days. Storage auction where I go out and I just look for artifacts. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have the bottle storage unit. I'll just go around and let me get them artifacts. They'll border I give them to you. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't want. Most people frequency is scared of certain things. When you look at most African masks, the mask was to scare off weak and evil energies. The bigger the mask, the more powerful it was.
I say.
So, yeah, I mean, like I say, a lot of these different things I'm acquiring with no fear of. They about to come out a new movie, The Mummy, and they found an artifact, and it took us so they always got to scare you away from the artifacts. You ain't never seen the Mummy movie when one of us found these artifacts, except for Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Never see us going in here and acquiring these things like Cedarek and all these different things. They don't want that to ever be told. You know what I'm saying? Touch on it a little bit with the movie called The Atom or Black Adam.
Oh yeah, Black Adam.
Adam, i.e. melanin. They talk about how certain artifacts, the artifact activated his melanin. They're talking about ancient Kemet, so of course they're gonna put the white face in there. But they still talked in code because the rock is black. You know what I'm saying? So it was a whole lot to that. But yeah, the artifacts most definitely, you might find something that it might not even resonate to you, but someone in the tribe, it might activate them and vice versa. You might find something that activates their energy. Certain things will seek you out because they've been waiting for this. This might have been yours last lifetime, and it's just not finding you again back in this lifetime.
I say
that happens. So,
absolutely, it absolutely does. Man, this has been amazing. This has been amazing, amazing, amazing. Um, and you see how we're here, we're talking about this frequency about wealth and abundance, about prosperity and wealth being a product of the natural mind. And you see how much we just explored in this time period, and very little was talking about, get some stocks and get some bonds and your mutual funds and stuff like that. Now, I'm not knocking it. I'm saying in addition to, I'm working out of being non-combative and out of war, right?
Yes, ma'am.
In addition to, here is something that we can do. You said this. You don't. If you really want to get into antiquities and things like that, it doesn't take a lot to get started with this, right?
No, ma'am, not at
Yeah.
all.
Talk
And
to us about that. Mm-hmm.
going back to what you said, I'm glad to be on your community, so I didn't talk about the monetary or the fiat aspect. But like you said, that's a conversation we need to have.
Okay.
Once you start getting into it, like I said, if you find an artifact where you're from, you can turn around and sell that artifact to somebody in the tribe. That's what I do. I'll bring it back to, if I find something, I'm gonna bring it back to the person I feel like it needs to be with. That energetically can help them. They'll pay those shipping costs. They'll pay the premium. I just got paid for a day's service. All I got paid a finder's fee for finding an artifact.
There you go.
Now the average person right now is making a little less than $500 a week. The average person,
Okay.
other people might be making more than that. But with gas and all these different things rising up, you need tangibles. Now going back into what we said, our lineage, our spiritual, our culture, that goes in gold, silver, and commodities, things of that nature. We can talk about all day, or you can go get you some silver. Silver most definitely is one of those investments that once you get it, you're in your culture. I don't even look at it as fiat so much as I look at spiritual tools for us, because it's changing. We can do our business with each other with gold and silver right now. That's by law in Florida and a lot of other places, Texas, Florida, and California.
Wow. Okay.
It's currency. So one, we got to get out the idea of that old thinking of old currency. We got to get, you know what I'm saying? We got to get back into what's the new currency, or what we should say the true currency. And I don't want to say old currency. Once you do it, like I said, once you get into that, you won't have money problems. Anytime I need money, if I need money, I go bust down some gold and go take the gold and get the fiat, and then do whatever I need with the fiat. It's really, really simple. The name of the game is the name of the game for our tribes for my group. I always tell the brothers, like, and I want to change them now, that especially with y'all, get your kin number in silver. Whatever your kin number is, get that many ounces of silver. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your gold is really outrageous. But if you wanted to get gold, if you didn't have money to get gold, like the ounces of gold, start off with grams. Start off with gold back. You're looking at the gold right now. All of them are based on matriarchs. Listen, hold on.
Okay.
So this is money right now, and we can get this is real gold, right?
Wow. Okay.
Egypt. But this is Arizona, and all the black women gold backs. One, you should want to get it just because there's a black woman on it, right? Each black woman on here, this is my favorite one. This is a Florida gold back. That's one of the most expensive ones. But you're seeing and melanated. You don't see no men on gold backs. You see only matriarchs on the gold backs, right? And each now this is Oklahoma. And you see the black woman on there as the hold on, I got a couple of those. Give me a second.
Wow. Where do you get those from?
The gold bullion place. I either get them from gold bullion places. I wholesale, and I have a license to wholesale things of that nature. So when I'm looking at metals, I don't look at things like if you know that they want us to look in the eyes as consumers, then at some point in time we gotta, in a community like this, we gotta do the same thing that the Khazarians did and everybody else did. Create a financial community and say, hey, let's all put up $500 or let's all put up $1,000 and let's all go in on buying as much gold as possible. Okay, well, an ounce of gold is $5,000. So what we gonna do? We don't have to get an ounce of gold per se. We can go get a bunch of gold backs. And each one, these are my personal ones. All the black, that's my personal collection. But they also have, if you just want to have things to barter and trade, you got all these different ones.
I love it. Wow.
So if I need something, what do I need? Right now, so if you don't have your own property and land and everything else, right now, you would say, okay, right now, I need to go pay a bill. I can literally take this gold back to the gold bullion place, your local coin store, your gold bullion place, and sell that for the amount of weight and get exactly how much I need if I chose to do that. Now they're gonna give me fiat, they can give me fiat however I want to, and I can go do whatever I need to do. But in the meantime, between time, my I don't really worry about their currency because their currency, we know that the dollar, the fiat is gone. We know this. So within anything else, hey, let's go ahead and stockpile on some gold and silver. I just bought some platinum the other day. I got a couple grams of platinum just to have it in the video. But when it comes to gold and silver, you want to have these different things. Now, also, when I get it, I also get it to represent our culture. If you want, hold on.
Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad. I was so glad we did this.
This is Melanin Immortals. Y'all about make society and different things. We have to barter and trade to make society work. This is what they did. Now, I showed you this. This is the Olmec pyramid, right? Now, but what if we had, all of us had got 100 of these? That's the feathered serpent. We have our own currencies now. This represents our culture.
Wow.
So I got tons of Quetzalcoatl coins. I got several we'd be here doing this all day.
I know, right? I know, right? Yeah, we gonna. Wow, that is beautiful. Wow,
and that's like this is I think it's about 2 or 3 ounces. I think it's about 2 ounces.
Okay.
People are crazy. They look at they don't really comprehend. When the price goes down, they be like, "Oh man, I lost my money." You've lost nothing. What you bought is still tangible in your hand. Now, if you're talking about stocks and bonds, once you lose that, you got to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? You just lost it. You're gonna be sitting crazy. The stock is $5 tomorrow. They can't put a price on mine. You see what I'm saying? Especially when it's a rare commodity. Now, once again, I go back to silver and gold being our spiritual tools. I don't look at it the same way they look at it. That's why when I'm putting up for our personal thing. I gotta have 100 ounces of silver for myself. I gotta have 100 ounces of silver for my wife. I gotta have 50 ounces of silver for my kids. I only say 50 for my kids because when I do transition, all my stuff is going to my children anyway.
Right. Wow.
These 50, let's just say 50 ounces of silver. Let's just say now let's just go deeper. You have a melanated community, y'all very organized. Let's just say the real ones, the ones that want to be on the council, everything's like that. And I'm not saying you're paying your way in, but let's just say we were saying, yo, we really want to see each other win. Let's donate 10 ounces of silver to Melanated Immortals. That means when silver shoots up, whenever it shoots up, you have a trust of however much silver, gold, things that are artifacts are our currency. If it's currency, you wouldn't be having all these conversations of the Smithsonian and places like that stealing your artifacts and making millions of dollars telling you it's evil. Meanwhile, they're making millions of dollars with it in their museums.
That's right.
Wow. This is how I live. I don't go by the currency because I don't go by the right. What do I need? I live in the country, so half the stuff I need grows on trees. I can go, you know what I'm saying? That's in my mind wealth. When you have land and God is high priestess, she's acquiring land and got land. Y'all, if we're talking about support, let's support her in doing that. You have land. Now that we have land, what do we do with it? We build on it. We build our own schools. We build our own well springs. What is well springs? I don't like the word store. Well springs means you can come in there, you can get sage, shea butter, gemstones, readings, Reiki healing, all these different things that our community is versed in because we're tired of going to these other doctors that don't know nothing about our bodies, don't care nothing about our bodies. They're getting paid for it. Meanwhile, springs, and here's some tea. Drink this tea. Here's some cloves. Drink these cloves. Eat these cloves. Here's some different things to heal your body, and it's all natural. The thing, you know what I'm saying? Pumpkin seeds kills parasites. How many different diseases could we kill with pumpkin seeds? You're in Georgia. They have a bunch of black walnut trees in Georgia. That's a business. That's what I call currency. We out there learning how to either grow something. Plant your lemon tree in the front yard. Plant your lime tree.
Right.
Things like that. That's currency for me. I know we want to talk about the silver and gold, though. You know what I'm saying?
No. This is it. This is it. And I don't want to cut it. I am though looking at. We do have a session coming up about an hour from now. That's going to be our chant call, right? And we definitely invite you all to come in and actually, Brother Orisa Stone, if you want to come through, because we're gonna be chanting in the serpent energy this evening. So
you
I'm
said
gonna
red,
see.
right?
Huh? Okay, yeah, the red serpent. Ooh, uh-oh. Ooh, look at that. Come on.
When God gave us the stones, they gave us stones for our culture to do artwork with it. We weren't out here killing each other for gold and silver. We were putting our art to it. When we had rubies and things like that, we ain't out here killing each other. We putting our art to it. So we had the red serpent, which is the ruby serpent. You can't really see the thing in there. But yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that red serpent energy. The mushroom, and these are ruby. This is a ruby star sapphire. The last one was a.
Okay.
And so the Carolinas, that's how you make money. Let's before we get off. If we want money, look at what your region produces and find out how can that help the tribe. If you're in the Carolinas right now, the Carolinas, I ain't talking about Africa, I ain't talking about India, I ain't talking about South America. If you're in the Carolinas, you have access to emeralds and rubies.
Mm-hmm.
Now, somebody in the tribe that knows what to do with emeralds and rubies. Emeralds and rubies are corundum, which most people are scared to try to carve because you need a diamond. You need a diamond bit. This is all jobs that we can do to get money. If you got corundums, you can sell the corundum, or you can carve the corundum, or you can do anything you want. But a corundum is a ruby. It's an energy tool. Each one of us should have 13 rubies. Each one of us should have 13 pieces of jade. That's what our ancestors did. You know what I'm saying?
Come on. Ooh, man, let me tell you, I am bursting with so many ideas after okay, look at this one.
That's a ruby.
Wow. Wow.
So one, we didn't stop that. We're doing the same thing the ancestors were doing. All we're doing is picking up and being the custodians of it now. So there's 3 tribes: the Jaguar clan, the Stone clan, it's another clan. I can't remember that clan. The Jaguar clan, the Stone clan, and the Bird clan. That's why I don't remember. I'm not really.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, film. But once you learn your purpose and everything else, now we can find different things. Now, also in our community, why this is important, because let's just say I find a beautiful bird statue. I'm not part of the Bird clan, but you might have a crystal eagle in your. So I might bring that and give an offering. I might give a gift. Those gifts back in the day, that was the act of unity that we used to do to connect and unify tribes. We don't do that. When I come to your tribe, I'm supposed to give you offerings, some turquoise or jade or things of that nature. So, yes, ma'am.
Oh my God, man! Listen, this was awesome. I really enjoyed this. 141. He is Ken 113, the red solar Skywalker. Yeah, in the wave spell of the serpent. So that's why they call him Sky Serpent. Well, he didn't. I mean, he was already called Sky Serpent, but he just happens to be the Sky Serpent, right? So, yeah. Listen, we definitely are gonna have to have you come back through, because I know, man, I think I'm gonna need help with these comments. I'm gonna need help with the with everything that is coming through off of this session. And you know what? You told me this. You told me that. I remember when you told me. Yes. I say. I thank you so much for your support. I thank you for coming through. I like to ask you, what you always ask at the end of your show. What is it that you would, what do you need, or what do you want the community to do at this point? What's the action items?
Yes, ma'am. Well, one, we got to support Melanated Immortals, man. This guy is doing a lot to unify our minds and unify our souls and give us positivity, give us a sacred space, a soul asylum. So she's doing that. If you want to help me, help her get this land, help her get these buildings up, help us get these well springs and these healing centers up. where we got our own stuff where we can have our own communities. I'm not saying we got to be in our face all day, every day, but let's just say you had land close by each other. If we had 20 conscious people to move in an area and say, yo, we're going to support each other like the Jews support themselves, or the Asians, the Vietnamese, each one of these different people will support only their tribes. When Somalians go over here, they won't spend a dime with y'all. Y'all all here eating Somalian coffee and eating Somalian food. We out here getting Jamaican food. We out here getting everybody food. No, support melanated water food. Support what they got going on. Everybody want to get there when the building's already built, but no, bring a brick, help us build. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. Do something for yourself, man. Get you a couple ounces of silver, whatever you can afford, really. But get you a couple ounces of silver. I know. Oh, you're trying to scam? No, if you got silver in your possession, then I'm not kind to you at all. You know what I'm saying? It's something in your possession that's going up every day in their so-called market. But once it's in your possession, can't nobody put a price on yours. 2, study the glyphs. The goddess is giving us. She's giving us a cheat code because the goddess is actually telling us what these glyphs mean. You told me these, and I did the research on this one. Yo pay tata. And it's funny that he gave me this. He didn't know me either. It's the master of snakes. Tatu, 2 jaguar paw, 1 who is the supporter of the mystic order and obedient to the law. I serve and I am a service. So, yeah, if they want to get something from us, they can always come to our YouTube or our Instagram, our Facebook, whatever. It's all one, and you can get some jewelry. You can get or intergalactic passports. I mean, that's the best thing I could do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not big on asking for donations. I'm on come get something so you can get something back in return, so we both can get the blessing for it. But the biggest thing I can add, like the guy that said you have a class on the 13 tones of creation, sign up for that. I'm gonna give you a couple coins and find out how you want to do it, but give somebody something when they sign up for your class. Give a couple free coins away. They feel it in their hand. I want to start doing different coins where they have kin numbers on it. So if you want your Olmec on one side and your face on another side, or your kin number on the other side.
Nice.
I got Queen Khalifa coins.
Okay.
We're gonna do different ones. They just, like I say, it's taking a little time because we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, man, that's how I would ask you for support. You want any stones, artifacts, precious metals, anything like that? Do business with us because we can do it like we're supposed to. Put our money together, wholesale it, and then we'll have something. You'll get a whole lot more for your dollar and get something cultural, something that represents you. So I yield with that, guys.
Ashe, and I did just see in the comments, yes, definitely shout out to Dr. Clyde Winters. That's from our brother. He's on his Damashek, brother Yoshi. That's the brother I said I want to get y'all connected. Right, so definitely Ashe, Dr. Clyde Winters. That's how I learned how to read the Olmec and put things together through his books. So Ashe. So, man, this has been so awesome. I thank you so much for coming through and blessing us with wealth and prosperity, being of the natural mind. Definitely, like you said, yeah, come through, get into our 13 tones class, get the journal. See us. We have a show tomorrow. Do we have a show tomorrow?
Yes, we do. Yes, ma'am. I've been ripping and running. Yes, we do. Just to let you know, man, go to the beach whenever you get time. I went to Panama the other day, and I went out there and I just looked at the water. It was so beautiful. The sky was almost lapis. It was just gorgeous. The water was turquoise, and all I could do was hear Olakun. And we just got to get back into Olakun is about wealth. We got to get back into it. Go to the springs. Go out there and get into nature. Get into that water. Right now, we have to get back in tone with ourselves and cleanse the detox away from this nonsense and crazy stuff that they're putting out on us. If we have a community, act like we have a community. You know what I'm saying? Again, I say luxury is your culture. Luxury is your culture. So I say. Man, I thank you so much. Thank you so much. And
it definitely has been an honor to be here. And we're going to go ahead. I'm going to turn it back over to our hostess. And, I'll see you tomorrow night. All right. Ooh, yes. Man, come on. Y'all make me. I'm coming to Florida. I got to come see all this. All right. Hotel for God. I'll see you on the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let's get back into the program. We ask that y'all, stay tuned. Um, for the closing of the session, the focus and the chant that we'll be doing. It's gonna be a different kind of chant today, y'all. But in and of the same, right? We want y'all to make sure you have taken your notes, you have registered your kin on melanatedimmortals.com so that you can receive the reminders for every time we are in session. Come in to learn, come in to advance, come in to evolve, come in to unify. You've been a part of the Melanin Frequency Vigil, and we give us thanks for your kinergy in the space, right? And definitely want you to return next Sealy at 6 p.m. Same time, same place at 6 p.m. for our next upcoming Melanin Frequency Wave and 52 Acts of Unity number 30. Yes, just know this. We've been doing this. We have been transmitting since the fall equinox of 2019. And I think I came in 2020, 2021. I think it was 2020. I think you said I missed 1 year. And I haven't missed one. I went to a couple that were at the beach and then in the mountains. And when I tell y'all, it is a beautiful experience. You don't want to miss the convergence every fall equinox. So let's go ahead and get ourselves, begin to breathe on purpose for the closing of our session. We are in the year of divine unity. We embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. We embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. Third, to seal and imprint it in our hearts and in our minds. We embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. And they said it, all right. Orisa Stone said it. I don't think I really need to repeat it, y'all. If you got it, give it. Okay, trust me. We are building greater works in Mimic, and we do need all the support we can get. So don't use the Cash App address you see up there. Use the Venmo at $Mimic or PayPal.me at My Aunt Foundation. Okay. Send it there, contribute, whatever your heart pulls at you to do, please do that. Give back to all the plethora that you received this evening and for each heptad that we journey into together. So go ahead, find your comfy positions and just resonate with this. Ashe, just resonate with it.
Blessings or the weight of my mistakes. I will not lie. The road of my hell is a path of my mistakes, but I will not die deflated by the good intentions of people that. Human with the capacity for hate. And apathy's a drug when hurt, your sanity's at stake. Find tenacity and love to incapacitate. Half of me at war with half of me who's learned its travesty at length. I lack belief in fate, but truthfully can't practice preaching faith. I don't believe substantially, so is it blasphemy to pray? I think I do believe in me, so is my vanity displayed? I cannot tactfully debate on if humanity is great, but I can plan and strategize and act a strategy for strength. But no, you cannot win a war with your morality in place. So innocence is a fatality, calamity awaits. I found that power is the will to take your casualties with grace. But careful for you find yourself inside your crosshairs. One thing that I know about life is that it is not fair. That's why I grab a hold of this mic and just let my thoughts air. No longer care to consider advice from someone who's not there. Not sharing my blessings or the weight of my mistakes. I will not lie, the road on my hell is a path of my mistakes. But I will not die deflated by the good intentions of people that I equated as my people. Goodbye, I'm clearing up board like dry erase. Now there ain't no telling the path that I will take. My mind's awake, I've woken up from this nightmare I've been inside of late. I'm live, so let me abide my pace. A little red light in my private space. I'm alive and great, projecting my vibes to a higher place. Anyone try to kill my high, I'ma annihilate. Got no patience or leniency for complacence conveniently. I got places to be, you don't operate on my frequency. Not to say you're unequal, but you're not chasing or dreaming things. I'm a man of concentration, concentrating on being me. I got days full of singles I wouldn't play for a decent fee. Not because they're less than great, but operational secrecy. Compilations with regals, I wanna play through your speakers and hear the masses lose their minds at the wordplay and the frequencies. I'm just saying I'm human, I make mistakes and that's frequently. I don't claim to be fluent or speak the language of deities, but I'm chasing my truth and I got the craziest dreams. I got places to be if you don't operate on my frequency. That's a
human who's on the frequency of life. My family tree in flames, I watch my scenery ignite. If it burned me to the ground, I'd be a phoenix taking flight. Cause even in the darkest times, I'll be a beacon of the light. A student of the universe, but teacher when I write. Never waste my time with leisure, my procedure is precise. Adapted to the darkness, I'm a creature of the night. Cause when a cynic goes to sleep is when a dreamer comes to life. They say enjoy the journey, I'm still sleeping on my flights. Cause only time I feel complete is with my zenith in my sight. All this green that I receive and I'm still reaching for new heights. It's clear to see that there's no level of achievement that suffice for me to be enticed. I need prestigious in my life. They say that love is not for sale, I hope they lenient with the price. All you heathens pledge allegiance to the cleanest on the mic. I'm not conceited, just a genius, you perceive it how you like. But I feel you incoherent from adherence to the hype. All your grievances and plights will make your demons come to life. I be seeking peace and hoping that this lethal greed is wiped. But as of recently, it seems to me indecency has spiked. Obligated to elevate, I just pray I could resonate. A generator vibe when the silence taking your breath away. Mind in proper frame and I got the patience to educate. Y'all got a lot to say, but it's not the way that you demonstrate. Don't gotta speak to me, I lead from example. And what I'm planning now strategically is perceived as a gamble. I got my demons, I'm fragile, but I got my frequency channel. Did it repeatedly and now I know it need to be handled. But look, I circle back to this complicated conclusion. I know that I'm divine and my time here is elusive. Then I spend it all chasing paper that I'm consumed with. When all is said and done, I guess I cannot escape that I'm a human.